Hey y'all, today we're making chicken and dumplings the simple way. We're gonna take a few shortcuts today. We have here a traditional rotisserie chicken. We've got chicken stock. This is a 32-ounce carton and we'll probably use every bit of it. We've got some butter, flour, a can of biscuits, that's my shortcut, salt, pepper, and about a cup of milk. So we're gonna get started, and first we're gonna shred this chicken. Let me get this chicken open. I've said before that I love using rotisserie chicken in my soups because first of all, it's a shortcut, it's simple, it's easy, it's ready to go, it's already cooked. So it's perfect for a quick, easy weeknight supper. And this chicken's gonna be tender and delicious, and it just saves time. So we don't need the skin, so we're just gonna go ahead and just take off the skin. And my hands are clean, so we're just gonna use my fingers. So we're just gonna get on in there and start shredding. We're gonna start pulling the chicken apart, and we're only gonna be using the chicken breast. We're gonna use both of the chicken breast in this recipe. We're gonna shred this chicken with my thumbs, just pulling apart. And as soon as my dog smells this rotisserie chicken, she comes running. And of course, she's right here underneath my feet. So I'm gonna give her a little piece. There you go. So that's one chicken breast. And I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible so I don't bore you to death. And there's nothing fancy about this. And most grocery stores today have different seasoned chickens available. There's barbecue, there's an Italian herb seasoning, there's even turkey, and I just got the original seasoning. There's even lemon pepper that I like to use on occasion. To see how I'm shredding the chicken, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just simply making it the size that I want it. Now I've made this recipe a lot. My aunt showed me how to make this years ago, and I have been making it about once a week ever since, especially in the fall and winter months when it's cold outside. The kids just love it. So now I'm gonna wash my hands a bit and get some of this chicken off. So now we're gonna get started on our biscuits, and the biscuits are gonna be what is the traditional dumpling in this soup. So we're gonna throw some flour down on our surface just so that the biscuits don't stick to this countertop. So why a can of biscuit dough instead of making homemade dumplings from scratch? Well, it's simple. I ain't got the time. When you have 3 kids and an after-school activity every single night of the week, it's impossible. During the week when I'm making quick weeknight meals, I look for shortcuts. And a can of biscuit dough, that's my shortcut. I'm gonna try to save as much time as possible and get dinner on the table within 30 minutes. At least that's my goal during the week. Now, if I have time on the weekends, like say on a Sunday supper, then yeah, I'll go ahead and make dumplings from scratch, but not today. This recipe is perfect for families that are on a budget. It doesn't take much to make this recipe. You've got some ingredients that you probably already have on hand, like butter and flour and milk. All you need is a rotisserie chicken and a can of biscuits. Super simple, just make your life easy kind of recipe. I'm no fancy chef, I'm just a home cook. I'm just trying to get a good meal on the table quickly for my hungry crew. And I just got to give a shout out to my aunt who showed me how to make this recipe about a decade ago. So thanks, Aunt Jeannie. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take each biscuit and kind of flatten it down with your hands. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. So once I'm done cutting these, I'm gonna put these over off to the side a little bit. So I'm gonna take some flour and add it to that part here. So you're a pizza cutter. That's right, a pizza cutter. You're just gonna cut some strips and that's it. Those are your dumplings. How easy is that? Super simple. Even your kids can help you make this recipe. I know when my kids see dough out, they're gonna wanna help. Anytime, if it's pizza dough, cookie dough, biscuit dough, pasta dough especially, they're always willing to help. And it's good. Have your kids next to you in the kitchen and show them how to make your recipes, especially the ones that are super simple like this. And my son is 11 years old, and he's about old enough to start making this recipe all on his own. It's that quick and easy. So now that the dumplings are prepped and ready to go, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'm gonna move my pot over to the center so you can see it. We have our Dutch oven here and we're gonna turn it to about a medium-low heat. We are going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. And this is going to melt up a bit. And I have some flour here, just all-purpose flour. And I'm going to get about 2 tablespoons of flour once this butter starts to melt up a little bit. We're going to sprinkle in about 2 tablespoons or so of flour, and we're going to take our whisk and whisk it all together. And you want to make sure that the flour is all mixed in with the butter. So this is what you call a roux. This is the thickening agent to your chicken and dumplings. So you're going to cook the flour out, so just keep whisking. You don't want it to taste like flour. You kind of want to have the more of a buttery, nutty flavor. So we're going to let this cook down for about 2 or 3 minutes until it starts to sizzle at the bottom, as you can see here. Just keep whisking it all around. It's getting all bubbly and brown. So we're going to use chicken stock at this point. Not broth, but chicken stock. I feel like chicken broth is a little bit watered down. Chicken stock has a bit more flavor. So as you see, as I slowly pour the chicken stock in, I'm continuing to whisk the flour and the butter mixture. And see how it's getting really thick? It's almost like a gravy. Just keep adding the stock, a little bit at a time. And just keep on whisking. And you don't want any lumps, so you're just whisking out all those lumps. You want it to be nice and smooth and silky and creamy. And once you see that there are no more lumps, you can go ahead and start adding the rest of your stock. Okay, it's ready for the dumplings. We're gonna slowly add dumplings into the broth. So the dumplings are the only thing that actually has to cook. The chicken's already cooked. So at this point, we're gonna make sure that the dumplings get cooked all the way through in this stock here. Okay, stir that all around. You're gonna go up to about a medium-high heat at this point for about 7 to 8 minutes. Let's make sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom of the pan. Oh my gosh, guys, it's smelling so good. I cannot wait to taste this. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and add our milk. This is 1 cup of whole milk. And now for the chicken. Just go ahead and dump that all in there. And at this point, we're gonna add our seasoning, which is just simply salt and pepper. And it's salt and pepper to taste. So later on, you're gonna taste it before serving it and see if it needs a little bit more salt and pepper. We're gonna turn our heat back down a little bit to a medium-low, and that's it. Let's go ahead and take a little taste before we plate it to see if it needs any more salt and pepper at this point. Let's let this simmer a little bit for about another 6 or 7 minutes, and we'll be right back. Now it's time to plate it up. There we go. Let's go in for a bite, guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. See that? That's a dumpling right there. I can't wait to serve this up to my family. My kids, of course, are begging for a bowl at this very moment. So that's it. Homemade chicken and dumplings, the easy way. I hope you enjoyed this video and this recipe. Please click like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.